Okay, YouTubers, today what I've got here is a SunPower 600 watt grid tie inverter. Okay, I've had this thing about, I don't know, about 5 years. Anyway, it's a grid tie inverter, and it's the name of it, true name of it is Sun. It's a Sun 600G, okay? On this end of it, you see it's got your DC input, which is where you hook your solar panels. On the other end, it's got a output, AC output, you know. And the thing comes with this box, and it comes with what looks like to be a computer cable. It got the same kind of end as you'd plug in the back of your computer. This plugs in the wall, okay? So you just plug it in the wall, and you hook your solar panels to this end, this other end right here, you see. And it'll provide power into your into the grid to eventually, well, in my case, it actually turned my my power meter backwards, you know, my electric meter backwards. Now this thing, like I said, I've had it 4 or 5 years, and it's advertised as 600 watts, and I guess that's just 600 watts input. And I think it's advertised with 90% efficiency. All right, on this page of the owner's manual, you see right here on this line right here, it shows here 90% efficiency with 2 watts of power consumption when it's idling. In other words, just sitting there, and it'll handle 22 to 60 volts. I got the wrong line. It's 91% efficiency, 22 to 60 volts. Okay, and anyway, the power panels I got put out 46 volts. Okay, so I had to use this 600G with the 22 to 60 volt capacity, you see. Now this efficiency is listed as 91%. Okay, the best I've ever done with this thing is on one day I recorded 520 watts of input, but the output was only 401 watts, somewhat less than the 90% they're talking about. It never achieved any 91%. And I think, I don't know, about 75% would be what I guess would be about the best it's ever done. Not a real efficient unit, you know. I wouldn't advise buying one like this. They still sell them. I paid $169 for this when I bought it, you know. And I think I actually seen them on eBay for $139. I think I'd move on to a little better, more efficient unit if you can find one. But actually, I didn't see any that were that they were advertised better than this. But I would be, I'd have to ask some users, you get some reviews and find out somebody got better efficiency than this thing, because essentially what it's saying is you put 1,000 watts of solar panels up there, you want to get as much as you can through the grid tie inverter and into the wall, okay? And when you're getting that kind of efficiency, you're saying, heck, I'm not getting use of pretty much one of my solar panels up there, you know, but in other words, one of them was pretty much wasted to inefficiency. So, like I say, I'm not real proud of this thing, but I've been using it for 5 years. It did reduce my electrical bill. I don't use much electricity at all, but it did reduce my electric bill about 20%, 25%, you know, other than that. But anyway, that's a grid tie inverter. Like I say, all you got to do is hook the solar panels in one end and plug that other end into the wall outlet, and it'll backfeed the power back to the power main, you know, through the power meter. But it also has an anti-islanding feature. In other words, when the power goes out, this thing does not put out any more power. It shuts itself off. And when it's running, the little lights on the end, let me see if I can show you them. Wrong end. Okay, it's got like 4 LEDs right here, you see. And what they do is when it's running, the more power it's putting in, the faster these little LEDs run. Okay, if it's got a fault, that little red light will come on. But you can, when the sun goes down, you can start seeing the little red lights flashing real slow. The lower the power, the slower it gets. And when, in the morning when you get up, you'll start seeing you'll see a green light come on, and it'll slowly start cycling all day long. You see them things flashing back and forth real fast all day long, so you know it's working. Now, contrary to what a lot of the people have told you on the internet and here on YouTube, is that they've had a problem with them overheating and everything. This thing's never overheated. The fan always runs. It's pretty much, since I put it in, it's pretty much been fault-free. In other words, just run all the time. And so that's one thing I was going to say for it. It is dependable. It's just not efficient, you know. But all these stories I hear about, oh, it overheated and this, that, and that. I never had a problem. The little fan still works. Everything still works. I pulled it out of service because I'm fixing to go off grid. That's the reason I wanted to do this review for people who are thinking about going to grid tie. If you're going to grid tie, try to find you a very efficient inverter, okay, to do it with. Look at those efficiency figures, because you're wasting solar power if you go with an inefficient inverter. Anyway, YouTubers, this is Dino from Dino's Workshop, you know, and like I said, I hope you subscribe, because I got solar projects. I got a lot of them coming up now since I decided to do all this. I'll tell you about batteries and first one thing another. Inverters, because I got to buy a new power inverter. I got a big 16,000 watt inverter. I'll review for you a little later. It's a pretty mean little unit. I bought it so they could handle the whole house. I'm not going to hook it up like that, and I'll give you a reason why when I make a video on it. But anyway, how about click subscribe, and come on back for some other solar videos and videos where I repair about everything under the sun, and I work on everything under the sun. By the way, one other thing. This thing was advertised as a pure sine wave inverter, but on my oscilloscope it came up showing up a square waveform, like a modified waveform, you know. So I think it's really a modified sine wave inverter, you know. So just a word of caution there. But anyway, y'all come on back. I'll be doing more solar videos, and more mechanic videos, and more building videos. Just come on back, click subscribe, and it'll put it down at the bottom of your little subscription list. Next time I come up with something, it'll show a little number up there, and you can click on back and see if you're interested in it. Okay, anyway, thanks for dropping by, YouTubers. I'll see you later.